Changing out the original spark plugs in a 2011 Toyota RAV4 that just went over 100,000 miles. I need Denso SK16HR11 plug. The gap on those new plugs should be 0.043 inches, and 0.043 is right there. I've checked the gap on all 4 plugs. They're all at either 0.043 or 0.044, so that's close enough. Each one has a crush washer. There's an ignition coil on top of each plug and a 10mm bolt that you have to remove on each one of those ignition coils. There's also a wiring harness on each ignition coil. There's a release tab on each one. Press down on that tab and pull straight up. Just pull straight up on the ignition coil and it should come off the plug. To remove the plugs, I'm using a 5/8 spark plug socket that has a rubber grommet inside that'll grip the plug. You can hear those threads squeaking a little bit. Threads are dry. And my owner's manual was correct to recommend Denso SK16HR11 plugs. Those are what have been in this car for the last 10 years and 100,000 miles. And those same plugs are what I'm installing now. And as far as putting anti-seize on the threads of the new plugs, I'm not going to do that because from what I've read, new plugs have a coating of anti-seize already on the threads. And if you put additional anti-seize on it, you run the risk of over-tightening the plugs. And I don't want to do that. So I am not going to use anti-seize. To install the new plug, I'm going to use that same 5/8 spark plug socket with the rubber grommet. And I'm going to push that plug into that rubber grommet just a little ways, just enough so it grabs. And get those threads started in by hand so I know I'm not cross-threading it. And once I have it in a little ways, pull that socket off and finish up the tightening with a torque wrench set to 14 foot-pounds. Right there. I'm going to spray a little bit of anti-corrosive lubricant spray into the end of the ignition coil where it snaps onto the plug. Snap that coil back onto the plug. Secure it with a 10mm bolt. I don't know what the torque setting is for these bolts, but do not over-tighten them. If you over-tighten that bolt, you could crack the plastic. Now some of that same lubricant spray on this wiring harness, and then snap it back on. I'm going to do the other 3 plugs the same way. I'm going to crank it up, drive it around the block, make sure everything's all right. 2 miles later and everything is good. It's running fine. I'll put a link down below in the description to the eBay page where I bought these plugs. They were $15.99 for 4 plugs, free delivery. And on that same eBay page, there's a list of compatible vehicles, 1,956 compatible vehicles from model years 2000 through 2017. So look for that link below. Hope this helps you out. Thanks for watching.